Because a year later, Uche stopped coming home early. And suddenly his phone had a password. Weekend meetings became normal. Excuses upon excuses. And even when the science was there, I kept making excuses for this man. At first, I blamed it on work. Then I blamed stress. And then I blamed myself. Yes, I blamed myself for his bad behaviors. I said maybe I wasn't being supportive enough. But how else can a woman who terminated 4 pregnancies for you be supportive? Is that not supportive enough? Every time I questioned Uche, he had an answer. He will come back home with hotel receipts in his pocket. And when I question him, he will say, oh, a client paid for a conference in a hotel. What about the expensive perfume I found in his car? Oh, my colleague forgot it there. He literally had an answer for every question. And everything sounded reasonable until one Saturday. He said he was traveling to Abuja for a business meeting. That evening, my friend sent me a picture from a baby shower in Lagos. And I almost ignored that picture. I looked at it and then left it. But on a second thought, I decided to zoom in the picture. Standing in the background, holding a wrapped gift, was Uche, my husband. He was supposed to be in Abuja for a business meeting. And this baby shower happened in Lagos. After I saw that picture, I didn't say anything to him on the phone. And even when he returned home after 2 days, I kept quiet. I didn't mention anything about that picture. But instead, I started paying more attention to him. If I would have said anything about that picture to him, he would have had a perfect answer for it. He always does. The moment I started paying more attention, the lies became easier to spot. And the excuses became harder to believe. And then one fateful afternoon, while I was looking for our insurance document, I found a hidden brown envelope in his drawer. Something in me kept pushing me to open that envelope. You know that gut feelings you get as a woman? Don't play with it. So I decided to open that envelope, and guess what I saw inside? It was a pregnancy scan. And the mother's name wasn't my name. Yes, the name on it wasn't my name. And the date on that scan broke my heart into pieces. It was taking 3 weeks. 3 weeks after Uche begged me to terminate one more pregnancy. He said, give him 1 more year. Make 1 more sacrifice for me, please. It was taking exactly 3 weeks after that. I didn't confront him immediately. For 3 days, I carried that scan around inside my handbag. I wanted him to tell me the truth without being forced. He never did. He wasn't even man enough to tell me the truth by himself until one evening he came back from work and was resting. I took that scan result and I placed it on the nightstand beside him. He picked up that brown envelope, opened it and saw the scan result in it. He turned around and looked at me, and for the first time since our marriage, he had nothing to say. And then I asked him, who is she? He just got up from the bed, sat down and covered his face. I waited for him to deny it. I mean, it's Uche we are talking about here. He always had an answer for everything. But he never did. On that particular day, he had nothing to say. And instead, he whispered. He said, I never wanted to hurt you. You never wanted to hurt me. I laughed through my tears. Like, I literally burst out laughing through my tears. But you already hurt me. And what hurts the most is not even the fact that you cheated. What hurts the most is that every dream we postponed, you gave it to someone else. And guess what? He had nothing to say. Uche of all people said nothing. And you would think his silence means he's remorseful. No, a month after that, I was served a divorce letter. And guess what the reason was? That the marriage has broken down beyond repair. 10 whole years of marriage reduced into one sentence. And 3 months after our divorce, his wedding pictures flooded social media. Followed by another social media post, twins on the way. And people expected me to hate that young woman and maybe launch an attack on her on social media. But no, I didn't. She wasn't the one who made those promises to me. As the week passed by, the news spread everywhere. He's having twins. Relatives started calling me. Some blamed me. Some said I waited for too long. Others blamed him. They said he wasted my best years. But guess what? I blamed myself. One day, my very close friend asked me a question. She said, if your younger sister told you this exact story, would you blame her for her past mistakes? I immediately answered no. And she said, why do you keep blaming yourself? And that particular night, I looked through our old pictures and I realized